That's what I kept trying to tell y'all, dog. His ass is going to jail. Y'all don't want to believe me, dog. I don't care what nobody say. Ain't no FBI contacting no manager 2 years later. If anybody able to contact Coach Gotti, they able to contact MO3 mama, one of his baby mamas. They don't have no reason to contact Rainwater unless he's now considered as a suspect.
And truth be told, allegedly, I think Rainwater was on that highway telling MO3 he was behind him that day.
Now, you want to know something else? No, that girl came on my live and said there was Rainwater black Audi on that highway.
Hey, allegedly.
On the news, the girl said that was Rainwater black Audi that day. That girl from McKinney came on my live. She said that was Rainwater black Audi. That girl said it.
Hey, allegedly, I believe that allegedly, Rainwater was supposed to be going to the same location as him. And the last thing he said to MO3 on the phone was, I'm behind you. I'm behind you. And allegedly, the reason MO3 ran behind him instead of
let me ask y'all this question. Why the FBI ain't called nobody on Nipsey Hussle case yet? They ain't called nobody. Why would they call Rainwater from November 11, 2020, and they just not contact him in May of 2022, a year and a half later? What do they need to ask him? What was it so important that they forgot 2 years later that they, like I believe what Keith said, they asked him to come take a polygraph so they can exclude him. That's starting to make sense to me too. I think they asked Rainwater to come take a lie detector test, and Rainwater he got scared and called Charleston White.
Exactly. That's the only other thing they could have called him for. There's nothing that he can give to the investigation 2 years later, other than excluding himself. And I don't think to this day he's been excluded.
So they said Whack 100 wife had one of them agents, somebody to call Rain. But
no.
Look, they could have called Rainwater about a lot of stuff. Why did they choose the MO3 case? And I'm pretty sure they pulled MO3 files and looked in it and went over it like, man, something else. He was on the last person he's on the phone with was the manager. Something don't seem right about this. They went in the computer and looked at the notes on the MO3 case, and they wanted to call Rainwater again and holler at him. Oh no, this manager, it seemed like this manager got something going on.
Hey, MHB, remember when they say if it look like a duck, it smell like a duck, it's a duck? Let me put you on game. Rainwater wasn't going to the billboards before MO3 was dead. Rainwater wasn't going to the Grammys when MO3 was alive. He wasn't going to the billboards.
Rainwater couldn't even get on the internet. When he got beat up by Yellow Bees, MO3 made him sit in the back, and MO3 got on the internet. He couldn't even show his face.
Exactly. So Pete, what I'm saying, it's mighty funny how you don't even have a thriving artist that's alive. You don't even have a thriving artist, but you want to be everywhere the stars is. You want to be in the limelight. You want the sun to shine on you.
Like I told y'all, that's why I said Rainwater wanted to take MO3 place. Look at his artist he got now. He promotes himself more than the artist. Instead of bringing your artists on other people's platforms and let them promote themselves, he'll come up here and say, y'all get the done in number 7. Don't you think the people will want to talk to them personally and get cool with them to go get their stuff and they can get fans that way? They don't want to talk to you.
He don't even want to pay the bloggers to promote them. You understand what I'm saying? He don't even want to pay the bloggers to promote them. He never wanted them. He don't look at number 7 as his artist. He don't look at number.
Rainwater already said he don't give his artists money like to buy clothes and dress them and get them clean and all that stuff. That's why they on there looking dusty on their videos. You buy $1.5 million mansions built from the ground, but you can't put no clothes on your artists so they can look decent in their video. They on there with these Born George, these goddamn Miami Vice outfits on together, matching outfits. That's corny already. Y'all two grown men with matching outfits on, looking like my Crocker gets the boss of coffee. Like, man.
Hey, this how you know he don't know business. I'm gonna tell you why he don't know business. Anyway, because the house that he just built from the ground up, I guarantee you he don't keep it 3 years because the taxes on that mug make you want to sell it. My taxes is $6,000 a year. When I first bought my house, my taxes was $1,500 a year. The second year it went to $3,000.
Yeah, so look, I want to say this too, Keith. How all of a sudden Rainwater was broke when Mo3 was here, but he get rich when Mo3 passed away?
Exactly.
It seemed like he got more money than the family. How he get rich when Mo3 passed away all of a sudden?
He benefited off his death. And let me tell you why. Let me put you on game and tell you why he benefited off his death. This wasn't supposed to come out, but I'm gonna put it out. The family will tell you this. The family was fighting Rainwater for this. When Mo3 died, Rainwater knew HSM was not a registered business. You know what Mo3 did? I mean, you know what Rainwater did? He wouldn't try to do all the paperwork in HSM name under his name. He got with Ghazi and put all HSM under his name. So Mo3 album that came out under HSM and Empire had Rainwater name under it as the owner.
And just like what's the name them down in Texas. Just like the people told me down in Texas when I called them up there, the people that's close with Mo3, and I asked them why Coach Gotti them jumped Rainwater. Coach Gotti and No Flaw Peach them jumped Rainwater. And they bust out and said because Rainwater wouldn't give them the password to the YouTube account. That means all that HSM money was going to Rainwater because if you control the YouTube account.
No, not only did he control the YouTube account.
Right on, J Money, man.
Hey, MHB. Not only did he control the YouTube account, let me help you understand how he got control of the YouTube account. When Mo3 died, only person that had access to that YouTube account was Mo3. What Rainwater did to get access to that YouTube account was he wouldn't register the HSM business. The HSM business was never a registered account in the state of Texas. Rainwater went and made Rainwater Management right after he died, and he went and registered HSM right after he died in Rainwater name. He called YouTube, put the information into YouTube to prove that he was the rightful owner of the HSM account in YouTube, and that's how he stole the account.
And that's why him and Coach Gotti got into it. And that's why when Coach Gotti, none of Coach Gotti music wasn't even on his own brother channel. He had to bring his music. Coach Gotti had to bring all his music out on Real Life Street Stars.
Exactly, because he stole the account from YouTube by producing the paperwork from the city of Dallas County. And he registered HSM because he knew Mo3 wasn't filing taxes under HSM. He knew Mo3 wasn't running a registered business with the state under HSM. It was just a hobby. It was just something he was trying to do. It was a hobby. But when Mo3 died, he saw the money. And
but this is my thing, Keith. If you know Charleston White a motor mouth and a snitch, why would you tell the snitch that the police called you? He is the police. Why would you tell a man that don't know all he know is the police? He called the police on his damn cell phone accident. Why would you tell this man that the FBI called you asking questions about the Mo3?
Somebody said all this is theories. Where the proof? I'm gonna give you proof right now. I'm gonna give you proof. This is how I'm gonna give you proof that Rainwater controlled Mo3 YouTube page. When Mo3 died, how you think Mo3 music was being dropped on YouTube under HSM? Don't you think if Mo3 mama or Coach Gotti or somebody from his family controlled the HSM page, that Coach Gotti music would have been dropping on his page? He wouldn't have been dropping on Real Life Street Stars. He would have been dropping on HSM. So why you think Coach Gotti music now, his music now is being broadcasted on HSM? That's because Mo3 mama took Rainwater to court and she won the rights to HSM. Go do your information. It's public record.
Why you think Rainwater got all Mo3 music on a laptop and he sent it over to the record label where he want to get released? That's why when that Outside album came out, Rainwater made double money off the Outside album because he split the album in half. The Outside album, he split it.
MHB, let me put you on game that Rainwater not telling nobody right now. This is what Rainwater not telling nobody. He's eating off of Mo3 name right now. He's not his manager now because Mo3's dead, obviously. He's eating off a Mo3 name right now, but guess what? He has nothing to do with Mo3 or HSM. HSM was won in the court of Dallas County by his mother. She is now the rightful owner of YouTube account and the HSM account. That's why her video was released under the HSM that she came out with. When Rainwater had access to the account, he wouldn't even put Kogati music, the mama music, nothing on the account. They had to go get rights to that account in court because Rainwater is a snake. He's a snake. He knew Mo3 had no paperwork under HSM.
But the crazy part about it is, if Mo3 is partner like that, why would you make your mama wait and make his mama take you to court to get his YouTube account? Why? It should go to his mama anyway. Why is mama gonna take you to court to get his YouTube account? Because that YouTube account had thousands of dollars coming to him.
Because he's a snake. Because he's a snake, and he knew that that's where the money was coming in. He's a snake. So what snakes do? He went to the courthouse. He did what Mo3 didn't do. He filed a registered database assumed name in HSM, and then he contacted YouTube, sent them the paperwork, showed them faxed them the paperwork from the city. They gave him access to the account. He took over the account, took the funds. And then Mo3 mama had to go get a lawyer and sue Rainwater to not only get the YouTube account back, but also get the brand name back because she proved that what he did was on some malicious intent.
That's what HSM means. He snaked me. Everybody know what that means. He snaked me. That's what HSM means.
And anybody that don't believe me, you can ask Kogati. You can ask his sister. You can ask anybody that deal with Mo3. Did Rainwater, or did he not go down to the nearest court system and file HSM in his name after Mo3 died, like he was the owner of HSM? And watch what they tell you.
I told that dude is a professional scammer, man. That man is a professional scammer. Professional scammer. That man is a professional scammer, dog.
That lets you know right there that he didn't have the best interest in Mo3 heart. Because if he had the best interest in Mo3 heart, he would have told his mama to go down there and do that so we could get access to the YouTube account so you can make money for his kids. What he did was he took over the account. He lied to, let me tell you what he did. He lied to everybody. For 3 months, Rainwater lied to everybody in HSM and act like he didn't have access to that account, that he didn't know how to get into that account.
But from what I heard, from what I was told behind the scenes, and what I believe, I think Rainwater got to go down there and have an interview. See, some people keep talking about if the feds want you, they'll come pick you up. No, they ain't. Sometimes they don't got a warrant for you and they got suspicion. Regular police will do it. They'll just call because you come in so we can just ask you a couple of questions. That's how they do it. They'll call you and be like, well, can you come in? Right on for the super chat, J Money. Regular police will do that too. Detectives, they'll just call you, ask you to come in and ask so they can ask you a couple of questions to get you cleared and stuff like that. Rainwater got to go down there to an interview at that FBI place. They want to ask him some questions, dog. And they gonna let them go. They gonna let them go. They gonna let them go that day.
But MHB, listen to me again. Let's remember, I don't think it's just questions because listen, FBI are very precise. They're very precise and they're very strategic. Now check me out. Any questions that the FBI have to ask you would not be 2 years after the case. Please believe they got all them questions out. What they want to do is play a game with you so they can see if you're willing to exclude.
Oh, so wait. Keith, you saying they already questioned him the first time. They just wanted to ask him could he come because they got their suspicion and they probably got a little evidence that they building up a case they building up on them. So they can hit him with a RICO and a conspiracy charge. Yes. And then so they just asking him now, can he come down there and take a polygraph to see what he's gonna say?
Are you willing to exclude yourself?
So that's
what they're doing to him. And what he's doing is playing right into the FBI hand. He's playing right into the FBI hand because he been talking so much. He the only one on social media. They watch everything he doing. They know he's the only one benefiting. You think the FBI ain't watching his bank account? You think the FBI don't know his taxes? This is how stupid these people is. Let me tell you how stupid these people is. If Rainwater think for 1 minute, the FBI don't look at his bank account and see the money that he making after Mo3 dead, before he was dead, the taxes he paying after Mo3 dead, the taxes he was not paying before Mo3 death, the companies that he registered after Mo3 death, how he didn't have no company before Mo3 death. They see all this.
And you want to know what's the crazy part about it? They seen this as they worked the case backwards. The first thing they was worried about was getting the shooters in custody. Now they're going to get the people in custody that was involved in the setup because they know somebody set him up. How did y'all know that this man was over there? Yeah, Rainwater going to jail, dog.
And if you think for 1 minute the Jocelyn sisters ain't tell the feds we think Rainwater set him up, the only reason my baby daddy would have knew he was here is because somebody had to tell him. He come to my house all the time and nobody know. Now all of a sudden today, when Mo3 tell me they was arguing in Cali and this, come on, see what people don't know is you think Mo3 ain't pillow talk to her? You think he ain't tell her like, yo, we was arguing, I was gonna whoop this nigga, I was gonna beat him up?
No, he already know. The girl said she told Mo3 told her that he didn't feel. He told him a Rainwater guy too because he said. He told Rainwater he didn't feel comfortable there because he's supposed to be shooting a video and he supposed to went to a warehouse or something to shoot the video and Rainwater took him up in the hood. Exactly. And he told Rainwater he didn't feel comfortable up there without a piece on him. Him and Rainwater got into it real bad up there in California. Rainwater took him over in some type of projects or something.
But Rainwater stopped at that. Rainwater didn't tell the world how Mo3 didn't get on the same plane with him. Rainwater didn't tell the world how they didn't take the same car back. Rainwater not telling them how they left. Tell him to tell the truth and tell the world how they separated in California. How did Trap Boy allegedly able to get on his story and say, come on, bro, you know what time it is. You told us what time when the plane was coming. You told us where the car was going to be parked at. You told us he was coming in the Black Continental.
Well, I can't wait. I want this dude to go take that polygraph test, man. I really want him to go take that polygraph test. I want to know what's the hold up, man. Hey, and everybody be trying to make excuses. Ain't no excuse why no FBI calling you 2 years later. Hey, and they already got everybody they supposed to have in custody.
Hey, look, Elon Musk could offer him $1 million to take up the polygraph, and I bet you he won't take it.
He said Elon Musk give him $1 million. Right?
Because if it smells like a duck, it's a duck, man. One thing I learned from reading and the knowledge and the wisdom I get, the people who act like they concerned the most is the people who don't care. He gets nothing and gains nothing off of what he's been doing other than building himself up. He hasn't helped none of his artists. It makes sense to me how you go from being a non-educated artist when this man was alive. Like he was a big rapper. He makes money. So you mean to tell me that you are a non-educated manager with a big artist, but now you got regular artists and you want me to believe that you are an educated manager? No, I wouldn't.
Guess what? Rainwater defense, guess what he gonna say? Oh man, I ain't tell Charleston White that. I didn't tell Charleston White nothing. Charleston White made that up. Or he gonna be like, man, they just called to ask me. He gonna try to lie his way out of it, dog. He's paranoid. Don't people call and ask you? Know what I'm saying? I think the FBI called that phone like, hey, Rainwater.
Let me ask you this.
Wait. This is what I think the FBI called him. This Rainwater, yeah. I want you to keep it 100. I'll be honest with us, man. We know you had something to do with it. You can come in here and tell us you had something to do with it and cut you a deal. Or we got to find out the hard way, you're going to be sitting for a while. That's what I think they told him.